Hey guys, today we're going to learn to play guitar with two fingers. Your pointer finger and your middle finger. Okay, this is going to be a super beginner lesson and you're going to enjoy it. So if you haven't seen my first beginner guitar lesson where we learned two chords, E minor and A sus2, I suggest you go check it out somewhere, probably up there. And today we're going to build on that, and we're going to learn a few more chords using the same two fingers. And eventually we're going to learn how to play full versions of these chords, but right now we're just going to learn these little pieces right here. So the first one we're going to learn is a G chord, and that's you can take your middle finger and you're going to put that on the 3rd fret of the fat E string, so that thickest string right there. You're going to take your pointer finger and you're going to put that on the 2nd fret of the string below it, the A string. So that will sound like this. And then the top and that top string. So if you just strum those two strings together, it should sound like this. Okay, what you can do with that is strum the entire guitar. And that's called a G6 chord. So that's the 6 right there. So a normal G chord would sound like, but just with two fingers here, it sounds a bit different. Okay, and then the next chord was the E minor chord that I played. So again, if you don't know that chord, go check out my video on beginner guitar chords. Okay, and the next one we're going to do is C. This is a C major 7 chord. Okay, so it's going to be the same shape as the G chord, except we're going to move it down some few strings. So you see, there's no finger on that E string right there. In fact, we would rather not play that E string. We just want to strum these 5 strings. Okay, so that would be 3rd fret on the A string and 2nd fret on the D string with your index finger. So middle finger, 3rd fret A string, pointer finger, 2nd fret D string. Okay, and just the 5 strings. Okay, so just these 5 strings right here. Now you can strum all of them. Doesn't sound too bad, but you should be getting used to by now. You don't always have to strum all the strings, and you shouldn't. So that's a basic C chord right there for you. And then the next chord was an A sus2, or kind of like an A minor kind of chord. That was also covered in my beginner guitar lesson. So you can go check that one out. And then the last chord that I played was this is a D sus2, and we're just gonna take these two fingers, and it's so we've been doing kind of like this G shape right here, and then we move that down. We also have these where our fingers are close together. So this for the E minor and the A sus2, they're right beside each other. The D chords gonna be a bit different, so don't be so concerned about this bottom E string here. I'll show you the fingering. So that's gonna be your pointer finger on the 2nd fret of the G string. Okay, and your middle finger on the 3rd fret of the B string. And you may notice that this you may not get that bottom E string right there, but the chord still works. And in fact, you can strum. I'd suggest you start strumming from the what we call the 4th string, which is that D string. That's where you usually would start strumming from on a D chord. You can also start from the 5th string. It's okay. It doesn't sound quite as good if you put that top E string in there, that low. bass string. And again, you may notice you won't be able to get this bottom note, but try and get your hand positioning right. Get your fingers up, and it may kind of buzz, but eventually you'll get that, and that's a nice sounding chord. Okay, so to review, G, 6. There's the, here's the G note. Okay, so you're gonna put your middle finger on that 3rd fret of the big E string, and you're gonna put your pointer finger 2nd fret of that A string. Okay, a good E minor, which I covered in my previous video. To C, same shape as the G, except we're going to move it down some frets right here. So C major 7 is the actual chord name, but for simplicity's sake, called C. So G, E minor, C, A sus2. Again, covered in my first video that I did. And D. Remember, D is your pointer finger, 2nd fret of the G string. There's the G. South to south with your pointer finger on it. Okay, and then your middle finger, you're going to put that on the 3rd fret of that B string. Again, you may not get this E, high E note to ring out properly. That's okay. And you can strum either these middle 4 strings, so from A to the B string, you can strum all those. Or a good thing to practice is to start from the 4th string, which is the D string. Okay. So the good thing about all these chords is you can mix them up. You can play like D, like that. So you can play. So we can go from D to G, C, to A, to D. So we didn't play the E minor. You can go E minor. A sus2, and then to the D. You can go A sus2 to the D. So you can just play around these chords and put them wherever you want and just practice getting your fingers used to the guitar, and that's pretty much it. These are nice sounding open chords too. And eventually, once you master these, I'll have another lesson coming out with 2 fingers, except we're going to play some other chords that are going to be a little bit more trickier, but you're still going to use these 2 fingers, so I encourage you to come back for that. And that's pretty much it. Rock on.